Hey franchise listeners, I'm Madison Morris here inside Chesapeake Energy Arena, where the Golden State Warriors just defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder for the second time this season at 111-107. Kevin Durant may have been booed with every touch of the ball tonight from the Oklahoma City crowd, but he led the way for the Warriors, picking up 34 points and 10 rebounds. Klay Thompson also contributed to this Warriors win, ending his night with 20 points and 4 rebounds. Golden State remains at number 2 in the West, and even without their star player Steph Curry on the court tonight, they proved they're still able to get it done. Here's what Steve Kerr and Warriors players had to say about tonight's win over the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's a hell of a win without all those guards, especially. So I loved how our guys played and competed.
What made you decide? What made you decide to go to Damian Jones, and were you pleasantly surprised on what he did?
We knew we were going to play him because we only had 10 guys, and it was a night to play everybody to find minutes, and we wanted to see him against Steven Adams. You know, it's a hell of a matchup. As tough as it gets, but Damian's got the size and athleticism to play that kind of role. So we gave him a few minutes and he played well, and we just stayed with him.
What kind of voice did you see from the guys in the final minutes?
It's great. You know, Quinn, fantastic. You know, Draymond, they both knocked down their free throws, and you know, just making sure we kept playing throughout the whole game. You know, we had I thought we had a really good first half, really solid, and we had some moments in the second where game was getting away from us, and I liked how we responded and kind of got control of things again.
Is that big for you guys to see Quinn in this kind of environment play a steady game, hit his shots because of what's probably ahead for him?
Yeah, but it doesn't surprise us at all. I mean, this is what we've come to expect of Quinn, and you know, he's probably not going to be a 30-point guy in the playoffs. That's, you know, not how the playoffs work. But you know, this is more like a playoff game where, you know, you got KD and Westbrook taking 25, 30 shots, whatever they took, and the stars dominating, but all the role players have to do their part, and I thought Quinn did a great job of that.
Steve, so Kevin and Draymond and Klay are all-stars for a reason, but how do you see them just kind of manage through the heavier workload and responsibility?
I'm not even sure they had a heavier workload, to be honest. We tried to keep their minutes to about where they normally are, you know, 35, 37 range, and it was really everybody else who had to fill in some different roles. You know, JB playing the 4 quite a bit tonight, David West playing the 4 next to DJ. So we had some combinations that we haven't had out there all year long. But it's a lot easier to play when you've got 3 All-Stars on the floor and everybody else can fill in around them.
How about in regards to with Kevin and Draymond, with just running the offense at certain times?
Yeah, I mean, Draymond is, you know, he's used to handling the ball so much for us anyway, so it's not really a stretch to say, you know, go play point guard. And I think you probably would agree. I mean, it didn't look out of the ordinary. You know, he may have gotten a little ambitious on a couple passes, but that's all right. He was awesome, and you know, we're gonna live with a few of those mistakes because he makes so many great plays for us. And the thing with Draymond is he always wants to control the game anyway, whether Steph or KD or Clay's out there or none of them are out there. Draymond is always sort of in command in terms of you know, leading us and running the show.
Was this your best defensive game in a while?
It was a great defensive game. It was a really good effort. I thought we were flying around. We did a good job on the pick and rolls with Westbrook, although he got going in the second half. But you can kind of count on that. At some point he's going to get going. But yeah, very good defensive effort.
I think we did a good job. We just forced them into one pass shot. Making them shoot tough shots over us and rebounding. I mean, well, we got killed on the boards, but it didn't seem like those rebounds hurt us. You know, I think we did a good job of, you know, getting our hands on some shots. You know, Melo and Paul George, they can get going pretty quickly, but I think we did a good job of contesting all those shots and, you know, Russ and the pick and roll is dynamic against anybody. But I thought we played hard against them.
Will this be known as the Damian Jones game?
Yeah, we're definitely proud of him and happy that he got his opportunity and he took full advantage of it. He was great tonight. He made the big layup on the fourth, and that, you know, the finishing over top of the rim. He was great defensively. He was talking, so hopefully he continues to build on that and get more minutes.
In practice, have you been pretty amazed by just his athleticism?
Yeah. I mean, he's a freak of nature. You know, he's, you know, fast. He's tall, and he's super athletic over top of the rim. So, you know, playing in the G League definitely helped with his confidence and his rhythm, and also just knowing what we do as a team. So came up here, it was kind of a seamless transition, and very excited for him.
What do you think you can do for the young Bucks when you come in here and win a game like this without so many guys out?
Yeah, especially when we come in here, it's always a hostile environment, obviously. Quinn played a steady game. Damian, Jordan Bell made some huge plays for us tonight. So we were short some guys. We only had 10 guys on, and we just try to step up and play hard. Shots didn't fall as much as we wanted them to in the second half, but we got good looks, and we were confident with those looks. And, we got a good win.
What did this night kind of mean for you? Was your first real meaningful NBA?
It was good, to have that opportunity, go out there, try to work on the stuff that I've been working on all year, and just being able to stay disciplined with it all, just going out there just playing basketball.
Have you felt you're ready for this type of stuff? Period. You haven't again.
Yeah, I felt ready. I've been, playing all year, just hooping stuff down there. So I feel like that was preparing me for this moment. So just going out there and playing basketball.
What do you think a game like this could do for you moving forward?
It's definitely a confidence builder. It lets you know that you can do some things on the court. So just trying to build off from that.
So I was talking to him a minute ago, and he was saying that he works with you quite a bit. The physicality that you deal with him, how did that prepare you for a guy like tonight's guy? Did it help at all?
Yeah, Steven is a big guy. He's a low down there. So just sticking to what the coaches tell me. Just hit early on the box out, just trying to do those things. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know pregame play?
Yeah, he said that everybody's gonna get minutes. So I didn't know how many minutes, so I was just ready to play.
What was it like getting that round of applause? They were clapping for you.
Oh yeah, it was cool. Just getting that support from my teammates was cool. Just lets them know that part of the team and stuff. It's cool. Yeah.
Having been away from them most of the season, how nice is it just to be with the group for an extended amount of time?
It's been good, man. Just adjusting back to Oakland living, got to live in my place again. So yeah, it was cool. Just being around the guys. It's a great group of guys. So it's a fun time around.
Were you surprised, not just that you played a bunch down the stretch? The last 3 or 4 minutes you're in there, really tight game.
I was kind of surprised. I didn't expect him to have me in there during the clutch time, but it was cool. So I just played the game.
You enjoy seeing Damian Jones do what he did?
Absolutely. He spent the whole year pretty much in the D-League, and it just shows that he worked on his game. He played confident tonight. It's great to see him get that opportunity and take advantage of it.
How huge is it to come into this game in this place, knowing what's on the line for them, what's not on the line for you guys, knowing the guys that are out to come out with this win?
It's big. To come in, it's always tough to win here. Come in here and get a win like that. So many guys out. It says a lot, but like I said, Damian Jones stepped up. Nick, everybody who came off that bench gave us something. And when our bench is going like that, there's a shot to beat anybody.
You guys, Westbrook had a monster game, but you held those other guys in check. George, Anthony, even Adams did not have productive games. What'd you do to limit those guys?
You just try to play tough defense. You can play that same defense, and Melo can have a great game. Steven Adams can have a great game, and so can PG. But we just try to fly around. Not overhelp on Russ's drives, so he gets so many passing angles, and it worked out for us.
Draymond, you've done this before, but just with so many guards, what was it like taking up playmaking?
It is what it is. I kind of handle the ball a lot anyway, it's the only difference is just being out there with 2 other dudes. That's really the difference. But I enjoy playmaking. I think that's one of the best parts of my game. So.
That's all from Oklahoma City, and the Warriors will be on the road in Indianapolis to face the Pacers on Thursday before returning home to host the Pelicans on Saturday. They advanced to 57-21 in the regular season, and they are now 28-10 on the road. Be sure to follow the franchise on social media for all NBA coverage as the season comes to an end, and we'll be back here in Oklahoma City on the 11th as the Thunder host the Memphis Grizzlies for their final home game of the regular season.